Hello guys, once again welcome to our YouTube channel Edu Hub, and as you know this is part 4 of graphics design, so guys stay tuned and please like and share our to your friends and family. So without wasting time, let's get started. Graphic designing part 4.
Everyone, welcome. In this lesson I want to tell you that After Effects has many built-in text animation you can use, but trust me, it is not as you want. That's why you need to create your own text animation. Let me show you the example of what you can create with this preset and how to use this preset generated by After Effects. So let's start by creating a new composition. Let's call it text animation. So with 1920 1080 frame rate 25 resolution 4, let's duration, give it 10 seconds. Click OK. So I'm going to add the new background, new solid background. Go on layer, click new solid. So let's call it PG for background. So you have to change the color. You can choose the one you want. Let's use this one. So you have to lock it in order to not move. So I'm going to type some text. Let's type text. So I'm going to place this text in the center. Go on align it tool. Click on this align horizontal and vertical. So if you don't see this align, you have to go in the window and click on align, then it will show up here. So I'm going to click on this selection tool. So if you want to see the effect and preset for this text, you can go and click on this effect and preset. Then you have to click on this animation preset. Then you can see this text. So you can see there's many preset text animation, animating, animate out, pros. You can see there's many like scale, rotation. So let's choose this one, animating. So you can see in animating there's many presets you can use, like flying, random fade up. Let's choose like this. Let's take this one and put it on the text. So you have to click on new to see these keyframes. So you can see how the text animation generated by After Effects is look. It's like this one. So there is no way you can control this text. It is not even look good. So let me see, but you can use it if you don't have time, if you want to create the quick animation. Let's increase the size of this text and align it again. Align it in the center. So I'm going to delete this animation and add another one. Let's delete this launch selector. So I'm going to find the other one to show you that there is many presets you can use, but it doesn't look good. Let's see, like this one, type loiter. Let's see. Let's keep it close like this. So you can see this is the text generated by After Effects. This is the text preset you can use. Let's delete it and use it another one. Let's see like this. Let's search like the text. Let's take that like this one. So I don't like how this text animation created, but in this video, in this course, I want to show you how you can create even more cool and animated text even After Effects. So let's see in other video. In this video, I'm going to create this kind of creative animated text, so you can see how it is looking. It is looking so nice. So let's start to create this text animation. I'm going to create new composition. So let's call it a creative text animation. Creative text animation. So with a 1920 1080 frame rate 25 resolution 4, duration 10 seconds. So let's click OK. I'm going to add the new background, new solid. Let's call it PG for background. Click OK. So let's lock this background. I'm going to type like, let me call it this walk like this. So I'm going to increase the size of this text. Let's scale it about this way, like this. So I'm going to align this text in the center by using this align tool, align horizontal and vertical. Now you can see it is in the center. So I'm going to click on this text and click on this drop down icon, click on animate. So now we are going to add the position. Click on position. Now you can see the animator one. So we're going to be using the animators. You can see you can add many animators like rotation, opacity. So let me show you how to use the position, but you can continue to play with this scale and rotation because it works the same. So you have to continue to play with it. So I'm going to go in this add on this add button. So on this icon, you have to click on the icon property. Now you can see of the properties of this animator one. There is position, scale, rotation, and opacity. I have to add the opacity. I'm going to add the new and tracking. I've added the opacity and tracking. So position, I'm going to go about 100 or 160. Let's go on 160. Then opacity, let's go about 0. So tracking, you have to tracking amount. Let's go about 50. So then you have to click on this launch selector one. Now you can see on the start, there is animation happening here. So let's add the keyframes. I'm going to go about on this frame and add keyframe one. On this one, I'm going to click on go about 100%. So now you can see you have this animation going on 100%. So I'm going to select all these keyframes and make it ease by clicking on your left click on your mouse, keyframe assistance, ease, or you can click F9 for shortcut. So by selecting this, you have to click on this graph editor. Now you can see you have this speed graph. So if you don't see this speed graph, you have to click on your left click on your mouse. Now you can see the edit speed graph. You don't click on this edit value graph or other graph. You want to use this edit speed graph. So click on this one, then select all these two handles and make it like this. So let's hit preview and see. So now you can see it start to look nice. Let's take this keyframes and it here. So let's hit preview again. So now you can see our animation start to look nice. So I'm going to align it in the center again. Then I have to add the second animator. You have to click on animate again. Then I'm going to add the tracking. You can see on the tracking animator, let's close the animator 1 to see the animator 2. Where is animator 2? I'll click again. So now you can see animator 2 is sharp. So I'm going to go like here. So let's save the first. You have to save. So I'm going to add the keyframe on this tracking amount and other keyframe here. So I have to use this like this. So let's hit preview and see. So go about 21. So now you can see this keyframes is not looking good. Let me select this and make it as is by hitting F9 or left click on my mouse and click on easy ease. So let's hit preview again. I'm going to go on the graph editor, make it like this too. So let's hit preview again. Now you can see the animation start to look nice. I'm going to keep this close. So now you can see our animation look nice. So this is how you can make this animation, this creative animation. So I see you in the next video. Everyone, welcome back. In this video, I'm going to be creating this kind of text animation like this one. So let's hit preview and see it's going to be looking. So you can see it is scale. We have used in text animator scale. You can see it is scaling down up. So we are going to start by creating new composition. Let me call it a text animation. It's text animation scale. So width 1920, 1080, frame rate 25, duration 5 seconds. Click OK. So I'm going to copy the background from this from the text. I'm going to copy this background. You have to click on Control Copy, then Control V to paste this background. Then you have to lock this background in order to not move. So I'm going to type text animation, text animation in After Effects. Like this. So I'm going to align this text in the center by using this align tool. If you don't see this align, you have to come in on window and click on align. It will show up here. So I have to align it by clicking on this and this one, horizontal and vertical. So I'm going to click on this drop down icon and mate. You have to select scale. Then on scale, I'm going to make it 0. On length selector, you have to select this start. You want to animate like this. So you can see it is scaling down, up like this. So I'm going to add keyframe. on start on this frame, the other keyframe. So let's make it 100%. So let's hit preview and see. So I'm going to keep it close like this. Then I have to select all this keyframe and make it easy ease. Keyframe assistance, easy ease, like this. So let's hit previews. So if you want to make this text animation smooth, you have to edit in speed graph like this. So I'm going to select all these handles and make it like this. Let it preview and see. So now you can see this is how you can make this text animation from scale. So in the next video, I'm going to be using the opacity on this text animator. So you can see it is looking good. I see you in the next lesson. Okay, so in this video, I'm going to be creating this text animation by using a rotation. So in the last video I've learned how to use opacity and scale, but in this video I'm going to show you how to use this rotation. You can see it is rotating from under the ground then like this. So I'm going to delete this keyframes, this animation, and start over. So I'm going to delete all this animator. Now you can see there's nothing, there's no animation. So I'm going to start by adding a scale rotation on this animator, and I'm going to add the property of opacity. So I'm going to make this opacity 0, then this rotation to make 180. Let me write it 180 like this. So I'm going to go on launch selector one. You can see on start. So you have to add the keyframe as we have done on other text animator we have used in the last videos. So I'm going to add keyframe on this frame and other keyframe, make it 100%. So you can see it is rotating from like this one. So I'm going to make it easy ease, the same. You have to make it easy ease to make it smooth. Keyframe assistance, easy ease. Then on graph editor, take this handle and this one. So you can see it is looking good. So I see you in the next lesson. So in this video, I'm going to create a simple text animation by using a text animator. So I'm going to add a simple text. Let's write a video. Then you have to align it in the center. So align it in the center to increase size a little bit. So you have to go on the text animator, then you have to add scale. I'm going to make it 0. Then you have to go on launch selector. Then I have to add keyframe right here. Another keyframe right here. I have to go about 100%. So now you can see I've created this text animation. So let's make it easy ease. Keyframe assistance, is you have to make it to keep it close to make it fast, like this. So as you can see, we have created this square text animator. Then we are going to add another animator. So let's add another scale. On animator. Going to add another scale. So now you can see I've added another scale. I'm going to create this like this. So I have to separate this text a little bit like this. I have to align it again. Like this. Then you have to go on lens selector. I'm going to add a keyframe right here. Then another keyframe right here. So let's hit preview and see. So let's make it easy. Keyframe assistance is I'm going to add a background. I think I've created background right here. So it's background. I have to look it. So let's hit preview and see. So let's make this a little bit small. So this is how you can create this simple text animation using a text animator. So as you can see, it is the letter is going big then small like this. So I hope you learned a lot in this video. I see you in other one. Everyone, welcome back. In this lesson, I'm going to create this kind of neon text animation. So we are going to be using this free plugin from Video Copilot called Saber. So it is free for Windows and Mac. You have to download it and install it on your PC. Then you have to go on After Effects, and let's start by clicking or creating new project, new composition. Let's call it neon text. So with a 1920 1080 frame rate 25 resolution for duration must be 5 seconds, or you can go about you want. So click OK. I'm going to click on this text and write some text. Let's write neon and increase the size of this text. Neon text. Let's align it in the center. I'm going to create a new solid. I'm going to call it Saber. Then you have to click OK. So by selecting this solid, you can choose the color you want. The color doesn't matter here. So you have to select the solid and go on Effect, Video Copilot. You can see the plugin here. So this is the Saber. You can see this plugin have many presets you can choose from the electricity, energy, even fire. So there is many, but on this video you have to choose neon. Then I'm going to go on the customize core and choose from saber to text layer, then neon, the text you have written. So you can see there is many glow intensity. I have to go about 25. So now you can see it start to look more nice. Then glow speed 0.3, 0.3. Okay, so let's align this in center. Let's align this in the center like this. So I'm going to increase the size of this saber. Then I have to click on this eye icon, disable this neon text. Now we have this one. So I'm going to go on the render setting and go from black. You can see if the background is black, you have to choose transparent in order to add your own background. So I'm going to add the new background, new solid. Let's call it a background. I have to click OK. So I'm going to put it here. I'm going to add the vignette to make it cool. You have to search geometry color and click on the background, put it on the background. On vignette, you have to go about minus 0. Minus 0.5. Oh. Let's reduce this like this one. So I'm going to add the flicker on this neon text. Let's go and click on T on your keyboard to add a opacity. I'm going to add the keyframe here, another keyframe, 60 or 70. Let's go about 67. 30, 90, 94, then 100. Let it preview and see. So I'm going to copy all these keyframes and paste it on this frame, this, like this. So let me let's hit preview and see what we have done. So this is how you can make this a neon text light. So I see you in the next video. Everyone, welcome. In this video, I'm going to create this kind of a write-on handwriting text animation. You can see, let it preview and see. So it is looking so nice. So I'm going to start by creating new project, new composition. Let's call it write-on text animation. Write-on text animation. So with a 1920 1080 is a frame rate 25, resolution 4, and duration 5 seconds. So click OK. So I'm going to add the new solid background, again BG for background. Click OK. So I'm going to type writing. So I'm using this cream cake font. So you have to find it on the website I've showed you in the last lesson. You have to go and search it and download it and install it on your computer. So or you can choose another one you like. Let me increase this text. I'm going to align it in the center. line it in the center. So we're going to trace this text. I'm going to use this pen tool by selecting this writing text. So click on this pen tool and come here and like this. So I'm going to start here, click once and click here, continue to trace this text. Then you have to click on again on writing. Then I'm going to start again on this one. Click once. You have to zoom in in order to see the text where you are tracing. Click continue to trace this text. So it can take a time. You have to be patient and continue to trace this text. So there is many way to create this written text, but this is the perfect way you have to use. So now you can see we are about to finish to trace this text. To continue, we are going to finish. Click again. And finish here. So I'm going to click on the section tool and then take this and put it in the center. Always then increase the size. So I'm going to continue to trace this text. There is the few I have not traced, like this one. Click again, then you have to click once here, click once here. So now you can see I've finished trace our text. I'm going to select by selecting this text, I'm going to add the effect called stroke. Click on generate stroke. So I'm going to click on this end, go on 0. Then I have to, on original image, I have to click on reveal original image. Then I'm going to animate this text. So I'm going to go on this frame and add the keyframe on end. Another keyframe here. This on end, I'm going to go about 100%. 100%. So let's see how this animation look. So now you can see it is on text that is reviewing, but you have to click in this all masks. You have to check this all mask. So let's now you can see all mask is so I don't know why this point is not going, it is not show up. So going to unselect all the things. How to trace this. Going to continue to trace it. So you can see on this point I have not traced where this point. You have to trace it where one point here, another point, and another point. Then I'm going to add the effect again. So let's go on effect again, generate a stroke. So I'm going to add the stroke on the, I'm going to go on the end and go about 0. Then on original image I have to go on reveal original image like this. So I'm going to add the keyframe on the end, another keyframe. Then you have to go on 100%. So let's preview and see. So now you can see it is on text that is reviewing. Let's click on this on masks to see all the, so you can see all the text. So this is not perfect, but you have to click on this brush size to increase about 15%. Let's go 50%. So let's hit preview and see. So now you can see our text is good. So you can make this a light tone text animation. I see another one. Everyone, welcome back. In this video, I'm going to start to create a stroke text animation. So I'm going to start by creating a new composition. So let's call it stroke text animation. Then you have to make it a 5-second resolution for frame rate. Let's choose a 25 or 24. So click OK. So then I'm going to type some text in this composition. Let's write text, caps lock, text. Then I have to align it in the center. So I'm going to change this text into shape. Let's first increase the size of this text like this. Then you have to find a good background for this text. I think we have to create a new layer, a solid layer. So let's find the perfect background. I have to name it PG. Then you have to close this background. So now I'm going to start to animate this text animation You have to select this text animation, left click on your mouse, then you have to go on create to create shapes from text. Now we have this text outline. This is shapes. I'm going to delete this text. Then as you can see, I'm going to click on fill. You don't need fill. You have to click OK. Then on stroke, you need fill. I'm going to increase the stroke size like this. Then stroke fill. You have to choose the white background on this text. So let me make it like this, 11. So I'm going to add the, have to click on this drop down icon, then you have to add trim path, then you have to go on trim path. Then as you can see, you have this start and end. So as you can see, I'm going to add the keyframe on end right here, then another keyframe right here. So let's increase the size up 100%. Then you have to make it easy. Left click on your mouse, keyframe assistance is easy. Or you can create, or you can hit F9 on your keyboard. Then you have to go on this graph editor. You have to make it like this. So let's preview this and see. So I think you need to make it like this. So as you can see, you have this perfect text animation, stroke text animation. This is how you can create this simple text animation. So also you can add the perfect background. I think this background is not good enough. Let's import some videos to make sure that you have a good background. I think you can take this video. Let's import this video. You have to wait. Then you have to change the background. Have to close it. So I'm going to add a new solid black. It's okay. Then I have to add it right here. Then I'm going to click on T to bring opacity. Then I have to add a 20%. Or you can increase a little bit about this. So let's increase this text. No, I have deleted this text. So as you can see, you can increase the size of this shape because now it's shape. So let's hit preview. Let's see. So this is how you can create this simple stroke text animation. I hope you learned a lot in this video. I see you in other one. If you want to come back in this video, I'm going to create a simple text animation. I'm going to add the video into text. So I'm going to write something on this video. So let's write a video. Then you have to change the font into, you have to use a Franklin Gothic Medium. I think you have to select it and change this one. Then you have to make it capital letter, caps lock, video, like this. So I'm going to increase the size of this video. Then you have to make it like this. So I'm going to align it in the center. In the center. Then you have to increase the size a little bit. Like this. So I'm going to add another video right here. Then we have to, so I'm going to make a 5-second composition setting. You have to make a 5-second. So it's okay. So I'm going to click on this toggle switch mode. Then you have to change this to alpha mate. So as you can see, I've added the video in this text. So as you can play this and see, the video is playing in the text. So this is simple. This is a simple task you can do to make your video, your text to look nice. If adding this text, you're adding this video into text. So in this video, I'm going to create a living text animation. So I'm going to write two text. Let's find the text you can write. So I think you have to write a. So let me check a text animation. Caps lock. Text. Then we have to change the font. Let's use this Franklin medium, this one. And I have to make it like this, then increase the size a bit. So I'm going to duplicate this text. Control D to duplicate. Then you have to move this one on this side. I'm going to change it from text animation. Like this. So as you can see, of this two text. Let's align it in the center above. I think we should find some background. Like this. So I'm going to select this one and hit a P for position. I have to add the keyframe right here. Then another one. Have to make it like this. So as you can see, I've created this simple text animation, referring from this one. Then you have to select this one too, a P for position. Then you have to add keyframe right here, another keyframe right here. Then you have to make it like this. So let's move this keyframe right here. So let's hit preview like this. So I'm going to make it all this keyframe is keyframe assistance is you have to save first. Then I'm going to select this one, pre-compose text, let me call it main text, hit OK. Then this one, pre-compose subtext, have to click OK. So let's hit preview. So I'm going to go on the main text. Then you have to select a rectangle. You have to make this mask. You have to make it like here. Then you have to make it subtract. I think you have to make it now. Then you have to copy this mask. Control copy. You have to paste it on this one. I have to make this a subtract. So let's hit preview and see. So as you can see, I've created this revealing text animation. Let's hit preview and see. I think you have to make it this also subtract. Add, so you have add then on this subtext subtract. As you can see, you have to make it subtract on this mask one, then add on mask 2 on main text. So let's preview again. So as you can see, I've created this revealing text animation. This is easy task. You have to create your own revealing text animation like this one. I hope you learned a lot in this video. I see you in other one. So in this video, I'm going to create this text animation, this zoom text. So I'm going to be using a camera and a 3D text. So let's start. So I'm going to start by removing all this 3D and camera. Then you can start over. So as you can see of this text, let's increase size a little bit. So I'm going to add the new camera. First of all, you have to make it. You have to make your text 3D. You have to add a 3D icon. Then you have to add new camera. You can choose a 35mm. Okay. Then you are going to go on camera. You have to choose camera option. Then you have to add a keyframe right here. Let's add keyframe right here on this number. Then you have to come here and type then you have to type like 6 to make this number big, then it can cover this text. So as you can see, let's make it easy to make it look more nice. So let's hit preview and see. So as you can see, I've created this text animation by using zoom on camera option. So this is how you can make the zoom text animation like this one. You can use this technique to create a logo animation. So let me show you another way you can make these things. So I have to remove this, then you have to go on transform. I'm going to use position. Then on position you have to add keyframe right here. I'm going to be using this as you can see, this space. I'm going to make it like this. Then I have to add this keyframe right here. Then I have to go on 20 frame. I have to bring back text like this. Like this, you have to continue to bring back this text right here. So let's make it easy keyframe assistance is. So let's hit preview and see. So as you can see, this is how you can create this kind of text animation. It is looking more nice than a zoom, but you can choose to use a zoom on camera option or a position on this page. So I hope you learned a lot in this video. I see you in other one. Everyone, welcome back. In this video, we're going to create this kind of text animation. We're going to add a text in this video, in this background video. I have to track this and add some text in this video while a video is learning. So let's stop this preview. Then I have to go on effect and preset. I have to find effect and preset to make this. So let's search 3D camera track. 3D camera tracker. Now you have to take this one and drag it on the footage. Then you have to wait a little bit. So now you can see the this 3D camera tracker is going to analyze this video in background. Then when it's done, or you can start to track some space where you can add text in this video. So let's wait and see. I'll come back when it's done. So now you can see the 3D camera tracker has finished to track this video. After tracking this video, you can see you have some spots where you can add some text. On this point, you have to click and see a different point. So I think I need to add, you have to find where you add some nice text. Nice text. I think you have to find, your job is to continue to find the best spot where you can add your text. I think this one is right. As you can see, you have to select it and you see some 3 points. Then on those 3 points, you have to left click on your mouse. Then you have to create text and camera. So as you can see, you have this text you have added right here. You have to bring it right here. So I'm going to select on this text. Then you have to go on this rotation tool, then you have to make it like this. I think you have to make it like this. So you can add in text you want, and you can add it on different places. You have seen those points. Those are the places you can add your text. So let's hit preview and see. So as you can see, as the video is previewing, the text is right in this space. So you have to stop this preview, and also you can continue to add your text wherever you want. So let's to save project, finish. You can also take this and press it where you want, like this. Then let's take this rotation and select the text, set it a little bit like this. So let's hit preview again. So as you can see, this way you can make the cool 3D track text on your footage. You can add some text, like if you are creating a travel video, you can add the place you want to show the people. So this is how you can make this 3D text animation. So I hope you learned a lot in this video. I'll see you in other one. So in the last video, you learned how to create this 3D text tracker on your video. So in the last video, the PC was running so badly. So then in this video, I want to share with you the preview of the text you have added on this video. Also, you can change the text if you want. You can change it the way you want. But as you can see, it looks so nice. So let's try to change the text. Let's try to change the text. Let's write ocean. And hit preview again. So this is creating this text, adding this text on this video. It is easy. You have to find the spot you want to add the text. You can find different spots like there, and by using the point you have seen. So I see in other one. Everyone, welcome back. In this video, I'm going to start to create a transition. So let's start by creating a new composition. I'm going to call it a transition. So width 1920 1080, resolution 4, frame rate, let's keep it on 30. So I'm going to hit OK. So let's start by creating new solid layer. let's call it green. I'm going to change the color, this one. Hit OK. So now we have a green color. So let's so now we are going to search in effect and preset. We're going to search the effect called radio wipe. Search radio wipe, this one. So you have to drag and drop on your composition. Now you can see with this transition compression and this starting also. Let's see. So I'm going to change this wipe from clockwise to counterclockwise. Then I have to add keyframe right here on transition compression. Let's add keyframe. Then so I have to, so let's hit U. Let's move the, I'm going to remove this keyframe and increase this about 100%. I have to add keyframe, then when it goes here, I will go about 0. So let's type here 0. So I'm going to hit preview and see. So let's save this. So I'm going to take this and keep it close. Then I have to select all this keyframe and make it easy ease. Keyframe assistance, easy ease. So let's hit preview again. So I have to select all these keyframes and go on graph editor. We are going to make this a graph editor like this. Speed graph. So let's hit, so let's hit preview and see. So it's looking good. So I'm going to leave a graph editor. Let's hit preview again. So I'm going to duplicate this into 3, 1, 2, 3. This screen, I'm going to double click on it. So I'm going to name this into blue. Then I have to change the color, solid layer, solid setting. I'm going to change this color into blue one, this one. Hit OK. Then I have to change this one, layer, solid setting. So let's choose this one, yellow. This one. So let's call it this yellow. Name it yellow. So now you can see of these 3 colors. I'm going to, let's hide this on top. I'm going to rename it a mask. Then I have to, you can see of blue and yellow. So I'm going to hit U on keyboard to bring keyframes. Okay, so let's go on 20 frame, add one, this frame and another on 20 frame. I have to align it like this. So let's hit preview and see. I have to keep it closer a bit. Let's hit preview again. So now you can see we have this this one. You have name it on mask. So I'm going to select all this and make it pre-composition. Let's pre-compose this one. Let's call it a transition. Let's call it a solid transition. Then I have to click OK. So if you don't see, you can see we have this a mask and this a composition solid transition you have created. I'm going to click on this toggle switch to bring this masks. So I have to click on this and have to change this solid transition to make it alpha inverted mask, this one. So now you can see we have made this top layer into a transparency. So let's hit preview and see. It will start right here like this. So this is how you can create this transition. You can see it is easy. So I'm going to bring some video to show you how this transition is look. You have to come like this. So I'm going to add some videos. Let's add let's import some video. So you have to go on exercise files. You find this on further transition. I think I will add some videos. I think this in download. Let's pick this one, and import these two videos. So I'm going to create a new composition. Let's call it videos. I'm going to change the duration to let's give it 60 seconds. It's okay. Then I have to add those videos I have, and I have to add the transition I have created. Transition. So I'm going to make this video. Have to take it down. This transition must be between these two videos. So let's see. Let's make this a quarter, because I'm going to hit preview to show you the transition you have created, how it is looking on videos. So let's hit preview and see. So my PC is not working good. That's why it is taking time to render. I have to wait. So now you can see it is still taking time to render. But it have rendered. So I'm going to take this video and put it right here. Then I have to make it like this. So let me hit preview again and see. So now you can see the transition is going to pop like this. So this is how you can. So I think in this transition you have to make this video go about here. So let me see. So take it and put it right here. So let's hit preview again. So now you can see our transition is looking good. So this is how you can create a simple transition with these solid layers. So I see in the next video.